visiting fellow with the Independent Women's Forum and president of District Media Group. Beverly Hallberg has an idea on what's happening here. She joins us live to explain what's with all the coverage of Bill Barr and the obsession.
Well, I think it's because many in the media and also many Democrats didn't get what they want as a result in the Mueller report. So they're moving on to Bill Barr. They're saying that there is some so-called scandal with all of this. I think what is so ironic about this is that Barr's behavior has been the opposite of a cover-up. The main thing we all need to point to and we all need to remember is that he did release the entire Mueller report with very few redactions, just 25 days after the investigation was completed. So for people to say that this is some sort of cover-up, he is actually presenting Mueller's report in his own words. And so I think that's why it's laughable.
Okay, so after the Mueller report was released, and you're right about that, I mean, most people thought that it was going to be more redacted than it was. Now President Trump is basically saying enough is enough. He is threatening to invoke executive privilege to keep congressional staffers from testifying. Barr skipped the hearing yesterday. Is that the right strategy? Because doesn't that sort of play into Democrats' narrative that President Trump and Bill Barr are being uncooperative? Where should they draw that line?
I think it can. I think that both the president and the attorney general do have to be careful on this. But while there is so much attention being paid to Bill Barr not showing up at yesterday's House hearing, he did speak to the Senate the day prior for over 6 hours. And another part about this House hearing yesterday is that they changed the rules on him going into it. It wasn't just supposed to be, it was supposed to be just the members of Congress asking him questions. They actually changed that to staff attorneys, which is the type of behavior you would see if somebody was under criminal investigation. So they changed the rules on him. I think it's important for those supporting Bill Barr, those supporting the president, to make it clear that there is a lot of interesting tactics going on by Democrats. And I think in the long run, what people are going to remember is that the Mueller report is what speaks for this whole situation, and trying to pin this on the attorney general, I don't think it works in Democrats' favor.
All right, let's look at the coverage here of the event that Bill Barr skipped yesterday on CNN. Got about an hour and 21 minutes and 2 mentions of the calls. Basically, every Democrat and their mother has called for Barr's resignation. An hour and 18 on MSNBC, 10 mentions of Barr to resign. And then The View on ABC got 16 minutes and 0 mentions. So obviously, that's a big topic, that the attorney general should resign because he didn't show up yesterday.
Yet he did nothing for him to have to resign over. There is this whole calling for him to resign based on lying, yet he hasn't lied. That was something that the Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, brought out yesterday. You also had a lot of interesting stunts at the hearing at the House itself. You had Congressman bringing in a bucket of fried chicken, eating chicken at 9 a.m. You had them putting a chicken as a prop in front of it. Once again, calling him a chicken when he spent over 6 hours testifying the day before to the Senate is kind of funny. And also, I think if Democrats wanted to point to something, they do have a case in asking Robert Mueller why he didn't decide to move forward with any indictment against the president when it comes to obstruction of justice. Even the attorney general himself said he was surprised that Robert Mueller didn't move forward with some type of clear decision on that. So if Democrats want to point to anything, I actually think they can look to Mueller and ask him why he didn't make a decision on that front.
There's one thing that came out of yesterday that everyone can agree on, and that is it is never too early to eat fried chicken.
And I want to know, was that chicken bought the day before or the morning of? Because he's eating fried chicken at 9 a.m.
Yeah, you know,
is
some
KFC
intern
open?
is like,
I'm not sure.
Trying to find the one KFC that's opened at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Beverly, thanks so much.
Thank you.